Murphs Dissapearing Act. "Where's Murph?" we cried while stuffed inside Michael Bell's Ford Cortina. It was the navy and silver kind, and fancy enough, with 3 across and 5 down, and that was only in the back. The others banished to the front, or the boot no less, with half a bucket of calf nuts, bale twine, and cowshite smells that stuck in their nostrils, full of cheap Guinness from the beaten path. And some of us cooler kind drank harp and lime. It was a more modern tipple, it seemed, but it had ripped the feckin' stomach of you. And 10 carols, tipped of course, shared among the younger folk, 'cause we couldn't weave our lips around Sweet Afton or King's Players. Those fags would be like a duck's backside, making your lips full of spitting hairs and bits. We were as poor as church mice then. The old ones that have nothing to give us bare a pound or two. And I often think in my case, the old fellow was as main as shite in the hope I might stay sober enough to not get killed and find my way home in some sort of shape, however rough. But it didn't stop us heap our pennies and the pounds as well as chatting up some buck looking for the shift, convincing him to stand around, or 2 upstairs in Brize, then escape with a pint of harp in tow, and the prize for the promise that I'd see him Sunday week. We'd always get to the path early, to eat the smash and peas and drink more booze, before letting loose on the dance floor to Disco Joe Fahey's hits and sounds, and then he'd bring us back in time, introducing Sean O'Dowd or Gina. And as the ding-a-ling our champions roared aloud, we'd be off and mingling with the crowd of other loonies on the town down in the path. In those days we got passes in, and every pass admitted 10 as we moved them back along the line, getting in for nothing, 1 at a time, while Gay Evan kept an eye on us, trying hard not to display our shallow pockets and our empty gratitude. Some of our jeans had fuck all means of holding stuff, bar a butt or 2 in an otherwise empty box. An only child friend might rock in, and was always great to hang around, because when they pooled their cash with ours, they were worth an extra pound or 2. Too soon then the anthem rang out around the place, our minds race now. How the hell will we get into town and home any time before the dawn? And that's where Michael Bell's car came in, that packed us up and packed us in, while Peter sat shotgun and smiled. We stuffed our arms and legs inside every nook of the Ford Cortina, so we could avoid the long walk home from town and not feel the shame of meeting Peg Cohen on his round with the early post. And so, where did Murphy go that night, you ask? Well, Bell had stopped the car to let him piss. He disappeared so fast, I swear, it was the miracle of Brize, and so all got out to search about for Murph, concern and fear rising in our throats, as well as the excess harp in the bag and blathers. We lit some fags and looked for clues, the stars and moonshine brightly down, to throw some light on our predicament. Murph was gone. Then we heard a shout like a banshee from beyond, where Dyke and Brize bog meet. We saw the fingers first appear, and then a head, and Murph he slowly stood in sight in crystal clear Mayo moonlight. The moral of this Murphy tale is, if you go to pee at night near a soft verge or piece of bog, make sure you find some firm ground and look around, or you might land upside down head first and nearly drowned, like our friend Murph. As we rescued him and checked him out and rubbed him down as best we could, refilled the car front, back and sides, shoved Murphy in Bunos Kyun, Bell dropped us home, and we never spoke of Murphy's plight again. Till now. When Murph woke up, he was good as new after a Panadol or 2. He knew he was a lucky lad, despite the fact He flew head first into a dyke outside of Brize that night on the Claremorris side. Murph lived to tell the tale.